Hey everybody, Matthew Solomon here, and I'm doing a quick video today on putting yourself through the fire. Um, how do you want your life to look? What do you want to experience? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Who would you be with all those things? And then how do you get there? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Matthew Solomon. I'm a coach. I coach you on whatever it is that you want to experience, create, and achieve in your life. I'm also an award-winning filmmaker, so all the years that I've studied and coached and practiced communication, relationships, success, all of that, I put to use every day as a filmmaker, and I coach people every day in their lives. So, putting yourself through the fire. What is it that you want to experience in your life? What do you want to create? What do you want to achieve? Who would you be with all those things? And how do you get there? Now, on the one hand, it's as simple as making a choice and choosing, I'm going to have this thing. I'm going to have this career, this relationship, all of that, and just choose, and it's done. Sometimes, a lot of times, there's stuff to go through to get there. And so, I like to call it putting yourself through the fire. I didn't coin that phrase, but it's but that's how it occurs for me, and that's what I like to think of it as. And so, there's always in all of these spiritual communities, there's things don't happen to you, they happen for you. And when you can take on that viewpoint, you start to see things as an opportunity. You start to see things as, I'm not a victim because this shit keeps happening. These things happen so that I can actually become who I want to become. And so the first thing to do is get clear on what you want. If you don't know the direction you're choosing to go in, you're just going to bounce around and bounce off walls, and shit's going to happen, and you're not really going to get anywhere. You can't I think I heard somebody say, you can't drive to Phoenix from Los Angeles not knowing that you're going to Phoenix. You're not just going to get in your car and end up there magically. You have to actually go there. So know what you want, what direction you're heading in. Get a sense of what that experience is going to be like. How would it feel to have that career, sell that book, have that amazing partner, take a vacation. That's a good one. If you want to go to, I don't know, Tahiti. I want to go to Tahiti. What's it like there, being in one of those thatched huts over the water, drinking, drinks with little umbrellas in it, with the ocean and no electronics, and looking through the floor and seeing fish. It's fucking awesome. So whatever it is that you want, get into, meditation or whatever, but you experience that. You want to get a clear sense of how it feels to have that. And then you listen. You listen for what are the choices to make, what are the actions to take that are going to move you in that direction. And sometimes there are walls that get hit. Sometimes there are blocks. Sometimes there are frustrations and things that look like they're just not going to let you get through. It's like that scene in Perfect Storm when, they're on the boat and the waves coming and it looks like they're doomed, and then the sun opens up and it looks like they're okay, and then it closes up again, and Clooney says to Marky Mark, she's not going to let us out. Sometimes it occurs like that. And I just went through something similar, around success and money and having the things that I want in my life. And in that work, when I got down to the work of, why do things keep showing up like this? Why are these things happening for me? What's the lesson here? What is it that I get to break through? I got real clear on the choice I made as a 8, 9-year-old kid, that it wasn't safe for me to be successful because people would ostracize me, make fun of me, put me down, and all of that. And I saw how clearly that's shown up in every part of my life. And so getting clear on that and getting mad about that and going through, it was great. I saw a video yesterday, Genevieve Rackham, who's a coach that I work with. She did this whole video on throwing a temper tantrum because it moves energy. And I did that. And I got mad and angry, and I had my Lieutenant Dan moment at the, on the mast of the ship, screaming at God and all of that. And I came out with, what I came out with was another choice to make. And so I live in an apartment, townhome, with my kids. I'm a single dad, so I have them half the time. And I had moved in here with someone. And 5 months in, she left. And I've been here, about almost a year and a half, I think, on my own with them. And so, huge financial burden, a lot of things to work through, a lot of things to work out. When she left, I've spoken about this before. I was paying half the rent and barely scraping by, and now it's like I had to take care of the whole thing. In the first few months, things went really well, and then I started to worry about maintaining it. And what if I can't maintain it? What if it was a fluke? What if? And then with all the what ifs and focusing on avoiding the tragedy, work started to slow down. Things started to not show up. And so the last few months have been stressful. And I had even been looking to move. It's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just move and downsize and, save some money, and then it'll be manageable. And I was all for that, and looking around at other places to live, feeling like this sucks. I'm not finding what I want. I have 3 kids, so there are other considerations of, the space and who's around and all of that. And so, I'd found a place that would work. And my neighbors here are fantastic people. Terry Davis, who, if you're watching this, I love you guys, and you're fucking awesome. You and your wife, Carrie, and your son and your dog, and, and the whole community here. My kids are happy. And so Halloween night, I had put in an application on a place. And there were, it was like, it wasn't community, it was a huge building, there's no street parking for guests, it was kind of not a great neighborhood, all of that stuff. And I'm coming home with my kids, and neighbors invite me next door, and I'm sitting in their living room, we're watching, was it Game 6, I think, of the World Series, or 7, whatever game it was. And the fire's on, and I'm hanging with my neighbors, and the kids are comfortable, and everybody's happy. And in that moment, I decided I am not going anywhere. I made the choice that this is my stand, this is where I'm drawing the line, I'm going to fucking make it work. I'm going to have it work. It's going to work. It just, this is how it's going to be. No rhyme or reason, no logical explanation other than that was the moment. So the fire that I put myself through getting to this place, the fire I'm going through with everything that it takes to have my life go the way I say it's going to go. That's where I'm at. That is what had a distributor for my movie show up this week. That's what had workday and casting and a couple days on set show up this week. That's what's had clients reaching out to me, which has been happening all along, but like something shifted. And, for those of you who don't know, I trained in martial arts for years. And And there is a point at which you make a decision and you're all in and everything comes together, and you choose this is the way it's going to go. And I there's other ways to get there, but that's my experience, and that was one of my many takeaways from years of martial arts training, is that you get to decide and have the resolve and make it happen. So you put yourself through the fire, and you're going to come out the other end. Things may not look like how you thought they were, because this is an ever-evolving, energetic world, and it's still moving you towards who you want to be, what you want to experience. And there's a whole bunch of other levels and stuff that we can get into, and I'd like to keep these short in this video that was going on for a while. So I invite you to look at that. What are you up against right now? What do you want right now? And what do you need to do to navigate through whatever you're going through? You could start with hiring a coach, whether it's me or somebody else. I coach people one-on-one. There's amazing coaches out there. I have a group program starting up the week after Thanksgiving. You can go to my website, coachwithmatthewsolomon.com. And it's all communication. It's all seeing what's there for you. It's all, what do you want in your life, and how are you going to get there and close the gap to who you actually get to be with all of that. Thank you for watching and sharing. I hope this has made a difference for you today. Go out and do something nice for yourself, and I look forward to hearing from you.